very badly.
Wait. Go back down. I didn't get it.
Krista, it's cold.
I didn't get it.
I can do this again.
Remember that news story of that woman that sat on an iceberg and then she floated up to the sea?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I was sitting on that one.
I'm king of the north.
Welcome to part 2 of our Iceland road trip adventure. Sorry for the delay, we've been busy soaking up the summer sun. We ended our last video at the majestic Skogafoss waterfall. Located about 30 minutes away in southeast Iceland is our next campsite, located at the Skaftafell campground, which is in a national park. It's not every day you get to spend the night near a glacier. And it's one of the few campsites in Iceland that stays open all year round. The cost is about 1,500 ISK per night, which is about $11 per person. The following morning, we continued our journey eastward in hopes of driving the entire country, but of course we had to make some stops along the way. No trip to Iceland is complete without a visit to Iceberg Lagoon and Diamond Beach, and we'll be sure to leave the location names below. A visit to Diamond Beach will leave you speechless. These icebergs broke off from a glacier and float downriver, where some get washed ashore, leaving beautiful polished ice chunks along the sand. It's amazing to see the different ice forms and colors, ranging from transparent to blue, giving it the nickname Diamond Beach. And no matter where you are on this beach, you're sure to get a great photo. Located just across from Diamond Beach is Glacier Lagoon, which has huge blue iceberg chunks flowing into the Atlantic. You can hike around the lagoon for great sights of the nearby glacier, as well as some stunning icebergs. These icebergs are composed of ice that is over 1,000 years old. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can also get a closer look at this lagoon via boat tour and via kayak, which operate between April and October. Driving further east, we started to experience some changes with the weather that were quite scary. To get to our next destination for the night, we had no clue that we'd have to drive through a mountain pass. We drove about 10 miles per hour due to very high winds, snow, and ice patches. Thankfully, we arrived at our destination safely, and when we woke the next morning, we were completely blown away with this picturesque town. Located in the eastern region, this town is surrounded by snow-capped mountains, and it's known for its colorful houses. But of course, the highlight has to be the iconic blue church at the end of the paved rainbow, featured in thousands of Instagram photos. So unfortunately, our plans to continue heading north changed due to weather conditions. And for safety reasons, we made an executive decision to turn back around. And then we had to head back through the mountain pass. Remember, when you're living in a van, your storage is limited, so that means you need to shop smart. So we purchased lots of veggies and dehydrated meals. You want to make sure that your meals are quick and easy. Eating out in Iceland can be very expensive. It's not uncommon to spend about $100 to $200 per person, depending on the restaurant you go to. So if you opt for a camper van, be sure to stock up on lots of groceries. Heading to our next campsite for the night, we decided to stop at Stoknes Campsite, also known as the Viking Cafe Guest House. We'd highly recommend this site because all of the facilities were extremely clean, and if you don't feel like sleeping in your van, you do have the option of renting a room. We're going to give you a small glimpse of our nightly bedtime routine. One of the things we loved about this campsite is the next morning you have the option of enjoying a nice breakfast for a small fee, of course. And included in the price of your stay, you can also explore the property and take a walk on the Stokeness Beach, which is very close to the Vesterhorn mountain ridge, and the site is absolutely amazing. The price to stay at this campsite is about 2,000 ISK, which is approximately about $15 per person, and we'd say it's well worth it. After several hours of sightseeing, we decided to stop in the town of Hoffen to get gas and, of course, food. With regards to gas, as with everything in Iceland, it is very expensive. The campervan runs on diesel fuel, and Happy Campers also provides you with a little discount card, which saves you a few dollars at the pump. The price to fill up our tank is about $80 to $100 US. So when taking your budget into account, just remember, the larger the camper van, the more money you're going to spend at the pump. We head into the gas station for some lunch, and we're advised to try the fish and chips, and they did not disappoint. Driving back past the town of Vik, we ran into some inclement weather, which is not uncommon in Iceland. We decided to make a pit stop to a small peninsula. There's a small lighthouse which sits at the top of the formation facing the sea. This location got its name from the massive arch that erodes out of the sea. The name means the hill island with the door hold. If you're traveling in the winter, prepare yourself for some very harsh winds. But the views are absolutely great. To the west, you can see endless black coastline, and be careful not to go too far to the ledge of the cliff.
It was great, but make sure that you wear very warm clothing because it is super windy out here. You gotta hold on to your ponytails before they go flying.
After finally reaching our destination of Reykjavik, we decided it was finally time to give everyone a tour of our home on wheels.
So welcome to our home away from home in our stay in Iceland. Okay. So this bench that I'm sitting on actually folds down to a bed big enough to sleep 2 people. So in the evening when you're setting up at camp, the way this bed opens up is you lift the seat and there's a handle over here that pulls the bed over and it comes flat. And then for our beddings, We do have 2 duvets, 2 duvet covers, and 2 pillows. So keep in mind, this is about the same size as a twin bed. If you are on a road trip with someone, make sure that it's someone that you really know and are intimate with, because otherwise you will be all up in each other. It might be better to sleep on here, head to toe, toe to head. So over here, we have our little kitchenette area. Just the basics, just enough to cook foods on the go while you're driving. We are equipped with a butane stove. We have a little sink here to do your dishes. There is a faucet here that we can pump water from. It's a manual pump and it feeds from a water supply that's stored underneath the fridge. And we have a little mini fridge. So down here is our storage area for various kitchen items. You have your plates, you have your pots and pans, and then your silverware. We do have a secondary battery for the van that operates the diesel heater. To stay warm, all you have to do is turn it on and adjust to your liking of the temperature. So with the car, you do get this nifty little tablet. The tablet not only serves as your GPS navigation, but it also shows you some sites nearby wherever you may be. So there's a chat feature that's also built into the tablet that you can communicate with the Happy Campers crew. And most importantly, this tablet itself also serves as a Wi-Fi hotspot for those that need to have Wi-Fi connectivity wherever they may be.
Since we were nearing the end of our trip, we decided that we wanted to treat ourselves to a spa day. The last time we visited Iceland, we went to the famous Blue Lagoon, but we wanted to try one of Iceland's newer man-made geothermal baths, located on the outskirts of Reykjavik. Sky Lagoon opened in 2021, and it's the only thermal infinity pool with an ocean view. The water is rich in minerals, and the temperature usually stays anywhere from 100 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Although there were quite a few people around, we still had more than enough room to move about. You have several price packages depending on the experience that you're looking for. We opted for the basic pier package, which is about $60 per person. You also have access to a bar, and with a wristband, you can pay for all of your beverages and not have to worry about carrying around cards.
This is so relaxing. You have to come here if you visit Iceland.
On the coast of Iceland is the country's capital, Reykjavik, the largest city and a very popular tourist destination. Reykjavik is filled with restaurants, shops, and tons of tourist attractions. With several sights to see, we'd recommend spending at least a day in Reykjavik, and be sure to visit this beautiful church while there. If you're thinking about a trip to Iceland, we'd say 6 to 12 days is ideal, depending on your itinerary. Rent a van and explore different regions of the country on your own time. With picturesque views everywhere you turn, this is one destination you'll definitely want to add to your bucket list. And as always, remember to never stop exploring.